Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia. Just working in the barley field trying to finish up the harvest so I can move on to other things I need. Well, some equipment that I'm currently using. I need the truck so I can deliver the sugar down to the Corgi station, and I need the baler to do the grass field to make silage bales. So until this job is finished, I can't really continue on with anything else. But we are almost done anyways. Just got to do maybe 2 more passes after this one. I just barely took over for the worker because Course Play is going to want to drive through the trees that are right in front of us, so we don't want that to happen. So I took over, and hopefully I won't hit the trees. I could, but I don't think I will. But yeah, so once we finish this up, we'll get a worker in the grass field. The big Crone M is already down at the grass field. It's just waiting for the baler. So we'll get a worker going down there. But before we do start a worker down in that grass field, as my header got a little bit too high on the island, I do want to, where I always tend to run into, I don't know if it's a barbed wire fence, but it's the wired fence down by the store. I want to put in a gravel area, if you will, to place the silage bales. Plus that will allow me not to hit anything, like the fence, or the worker, which could also hit the fence. So we're going to take the field a little bit away from the fence and just put in an area to store the silage bales that we make down there for the next couple of cuts. Also today we're going to be doing some moving of the compost. The compost has been formed, so it was organic waste that we put into the bunker, and now it is all compost. So we're going to top off our greenhouses and probably our orchards. At least get started on that. Nothing is close to running out, but we'll start moving some of the compost over and get that taken care of. But that's pretty much what I think we got for today to do. As for this field here, I did look, and the next crop that technically should go in here with the crop rotation is canola. And I can show you, I want to say it's 110%. It might even be 115, but I think it's 110%. So that will be planted in February. So we will be planting this field before we leave here by the end of the year, before Hudson comes on in. He wants canola. So we'll plant the canola for him, but that'll be in a couple of months' time. The field might need some lime thrown on it as well. So at some point, I guess I'll have to get a worker in here and put some lime down. But yeah, this will be the last season for us. We'll be out of here when winter comes, so June/July will be our last months here before we head out the door. And I was looking around also while the harvest was going on here for field prices and what I could be looking for. Anything that jumps out for me today, and nothing today. Of course, month by month it's going to change with the dynamic field price mod that we got running. Who knows what next month the good prices are going to be. So I know someone did say try to buy the biggest field on the map. That's going to be rather expensive. I mean, without taking a loan, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford it unless the dynamic field price mod happens to give me like 50% off on that field. There's some crazy number like that. But I would like to kind of stay focused on my original plan, which is still kind of a plan, but buying the fields along that, you kind of see that road coming out from the main farm, going all the way down and around towards where the store is. We have bought a few of the fields. And when I mean few, I think 2. Well, if you want to count this one as well, I guess that'd make 3. So 3 of the fields around that road we have purchased. So we can kind of keep looking at those fields to see if it fits in our budget. Like I said, I want to leave here without owing any money to the banks. That is my goal, which we have achieved. We don't owe any money currently to the banks. So yeah, we're going to try not to go over that. I am not going to be able to get the rest of this harvest into the combine. So I am going to have to unload into the truck, which I'm going to have to do anyways. This combine holds 24,000 liters? Because it's only at 92%. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it all in. Might as well just go ahead and start emptying some of it. If I can find my truck, which is right here. Sometimes you don't realize how much drivable equipment that you have until you start tabbing through, and it's like, oh wow, we own a lot of equipment. So let's unload this right here. So yeah, sugar, we're keeping our eye on that. 516, I think that was the peak that we saw last episode. And it hasn't moved, and now the market's showing me that the price is going down. That's going to go down to the Corgi station. We'll get 236 plus 10, or actually it's like 14%. So that's like another 25,000. So we should get about $250,000 from selling sugar today. One of our sugar processing plants have shut down because it is too full of sugar. So we'll sell that sugar and get both plants running. Well, one plant is running, but we'll get the other one back up and running. And we'll probably just keep that all in storage for Hudson to figure out even when we leave here, because we had no spare sugar cane after the harvest last season. So we want to make sure we just keep enough sugar around for the productions that we do have, as if we were here for another year. Alright, there is that. I'm going to get over this hump here. I'll try to drive over that hump of straw so the baler picks it up. So let's see, we got that little strip there and that little strip there, and then we can move all this equipment onto other jobs. So this will be one harvest down, and we'll have 4 more harvests, not including grass fields. We'll have 4 more harvests to do. I was asked the question, if Farming Simulator 25 was not right around the corner, what would be my next steps here? And honestly, I would be buying more land and duplicating a harvester for one, another truck, and a grain trailer, so when we have 2 harvests going, we can keep up with the combines. But basically just starting to double up a little bit. But also, I think where we currently are, I think the series would be coming to an end, you know, not too long after FS25 was here anyway, just because we have everything we need. That's why we start doubling up. And yeah, also it just starts to get a little bit more repetitive, and I think it would be time to move on to another map and, you know, start from scratch and build up again like we always do. The one thing I don't think I'll be doing anytime soon, and probably not again, because for me it doesn't seem that much fun, because I did it on we did it on Hinterland in FS22. We also did it on Tuscany, as to where we just borrowed a whole bunch of money and bought all of the equipment, mostly, that we needed, and then we try to pay off the loan. You know, it's okay to do that if you like to do that, but to me it takes a little bit of the fun out of it. You know, not trying to save up money and be like, oh, now we can finally upgrade to a bigger piece of equipment, or finally get this equipment. I mean, I had all the equipment I basically needed, and to work up, you know, to have some money to buy something. Yeah, this wasn't there, so building up to buy something is what I enjoy in Farming Simulator. Starting from like scratch and start off with the small stuff and work up to the bigger stuff, rather than just buy everything and then just try to earn money to pay back what you borrowed. Now, let me go ahead and get rid of the worker that's in here. Don't think I'm going to bother right now going around trying to get all the rest of the straw. I can do that at another time. Let me just lift that up. Leave that engine running, so I got to go down and bring that baler to the Krone Big M. Let's go ahead and just turn that off. I'll leave that truck running. It's okay. I'm just wasting diesel. It's just diesel. So yeah, this field just needs to be picked up by February so I can replant in it. Like I said, canola needs to be going in here. Oh yeah, I don't want to forget. Because I sometimes say I'm going to do this and show you guys something. And then the end of the episode comes and I completely forget. So right here. So we had oats. Now we had barley. And look at that, canola. It is 115% yield. That is a pretty good rotation right there. Although oats would be just 100%. So if you're looking for more, we'd have to change it up. But yeah, we're not going to be here that long to figure out what would be the next crop after canola. We're not even going to be here long enough to harvest canola. Because like I said, this is the last season. So yeah, so the field to our right and now the field to our left, those are fields that we got to keep our eye on. Of course, we only have $45,000 in our bank account, so as we know, these fields are rather expensive. I think most of the fields in this area are at least $1 million, and I don't know if we'll ever sell that much material to be able to afford any of these fields, but as I said, with the dynamic field prices, you never know. You just never know. I might be surprised. But as I said, when we get down to like the last episode or second to last episode, whatever it may be, yeah, we'll try to spend all the money that we do have without bankrupting our current account. Which you can't do anyways. You can't buy something and go in the negative, but you can get in the negative as we have seen before. You just got to purchase something from like a seed hut or something, so the money goes rather quick, and then before the game picks up like, oh, you had no money, you can go in the negative 100s, so on and so forth. Or if you sleep through the night, and you got a lot of property maintenance and production building costs, you can definitely go into the negative, but not by a whole lot. So the field to our left, that's our sorghum field that we took care of the weeds. The field to our right is not ours. It looks like that's got cotton in it. That's a crop we don't really need. Let's see. Now the field to our left is a field we don't own. The field to our right, I want to say that's wheat in that field, but that field is ours, of course. And if I had all these fields, technically I could do it now because I do believe I got landscaping mod turned on for everywhere. I would widen out this road so our big equipment can come on down through here. But now that I got the traffic turned off, it doesn't really need to be that important that we do so. Alright, let's just drop off the baler. And we'll park this right here. With no traffic, not that big of a deal, as I said. Okay, hook up to that. Let's see. Automatic drops should still be on for that. And we'll lower this down. But while that's happening, as I said, let's go into construction, landscaping, painting. That says asphalt, but I think it's going to be gravel. Yep, that'll work. Yeah, we're just going to do this nice and slowly. And this section right here is where I always tend to hit the fence. There we go. I think that'll work, and we'll just put like a little bit of a curve in there. Alright. Lower that down. That should be on swath dropping. We need to turn on the baler. That's very important. And that should convert it over to grass at some point. Not right away, but at some point it will. Alright, let's get ourselves a worker to do this. Create job. Horseplay, hopefully, it looks like I'm far enough away from the fence, so it looks like it already knows that the field doesn't go down that far. And 2 headlands, possibly. I think last time we did 3. Less corners, the better. Slight chance I may have a problem with the railroad tracks. Can't remember if we did or didn't. And I hope that straw in there converts over to grass at some point. If it doesn't, not that big of a deal. What do we have? Like about 20,000 liters of straw in there when it came down. So pretty soon. Or is it going to make a liar out of me? Come on, convert over. I'd rather much have silage because the straw we're just going to sell today, pretty much, or whenever. Or I do have straw on the baler, so that's going to, not the baler, sorry, the bale trailer. Oh, I converted it right over right at the end. How convenient. Perfect timing. All right, now we can let that do its thing. All right, so this needs to be put into the silo, and we can check on how much barley we got off the field. Although I did give some to the birds on the first trailer load that I brought over. So whatever's in the silo plus a little bit of extra is what we harvested off that field. Alright, so there is that. And yeah, just a reminder, because next I'm going to do the sugar. And that's the Corgi station, I do believe, right? Corgi station. Yep, 516 at the Corgi station. So that's where we're going. Let's let all the barley get in there. We'll see how much is in the silo. And I want to say we probably put about 20 grand into the feed trough for the birds. Alright, so 315, so about 335,000 liters of barley off that field. And the value at the best time will be about 120,000. So that's how much that field earned us this year, which is pretty darn good. Grain trailer, let me just park this kind of out of the way, but you know me, I'll think it's out of the way and then it won't be. But right there, it should be. Alright, the Crone trailer, that is down over here. Now it's time to grab the sugar and watch the money go on up. But as for buying everything that we needed for the farm before Hudson arrived, I think in the early stages I said the one thing we definitely need was a forage harvester, but you know, maybe that is something I can buy in the last day if we don't buy any land, because we will have enough to buy the forage harvester and a header for it. I think grand total that'll be like 600 grand, and by then we should have that money. All right, so now we need to come in here to sugar. I need to go ahead and change output to spawning there. And then spawning there. Spawning. And don't forget, these pallets are 5,000 liters apiece. So that's going to reduce how many trips I got to make. We got 200,000 liters of sugar on board. Oh yeah, and the tableware production, I'm going to have to go ahead and clear that out. We're not selling that. That doesn't get sold until the winter months, right? Tableware is in June. Yes. All right. Let me get on down to the Corgi station. We'll sell some sugar. And in the meantime, every time I pass, I can keep an eye on our worker to see how they are doing. Worker is doing a fabulous job. We got about 3 or 4 pink marshmallows in the field. Alright, so the Corgi station that we're selling to is right over here. Let me go ahead and open this up so I can kind of see how we're selling. Let me take off the straps as well. Try to sell it all in one go if I can. Alright, so there is one trailer load. Sneak on through if I can. Alright, let's go pick up some more sugar. The one factory that we were at, we should be able to clear that out. And then we'll start working on the other one. Okay, just waiting to see if any more pallets spawn at this one. These are the ones that spawned after we filled up. I've been waiting for a while. What usually happens is I'll get out of the truck and that's when they spawn. But no, that's all we got. Let me go ahead and change that one on over back to distributing. That's how much sugar cane that we got left. Alright, now I am going to spin around here. So I'm facing the right way for the other production building. Oh yeah, it looks a little bit better when I'm going through here with the gravel down. Did some landscaping last time. And this should definitely fill up the trailer. Wonder why the one pallet did not go in there, but that's fine. I got to come back. Either way, I got to come back. So, cover that on up. We'll go sell this. And then we'll come back for one more trip of sugar. Then we'll see. I think the big Krone M is going to be just fine. I'm actually surprised. So far, I haven't got a block by an object signal coming up. I figured a bale would be in the way at some point, but if it does get in the way, we'll have to take care of it. But then I do got to get that compost to start moving as well, so we will continue doing all that work while the worker continues making silage bales. Alright, more sugar. Well, that puts us over $250,000 in the bank account, which is nice. Alright, 280 is what we have in the bank account. Do I have enough to get us over 300,000 into the bank account? We will soon find out. I'll see you right back on down here for what we end up with. $60,000 liters of sugar is what we have to bring on down. That might get us over 300,000. I'm guessing it might. Our worker is, well, they're still working, which is good. And you can see all the bales that they have currently made. Yeah, I'm surprised that it hasn't had an issue where a bale was in the way just yet. While I was gathering up these sugar pallets, I figured it was going to be the last time I was over in that section today, so I took care of our tableware factory and just moved all these storage items over to our shed. So that is good to go for like another month and a half. So that's all the sugar that we have, at least for this trip. Oh yeah, there's 300,000. 315 is what we end up with. It does feel kind of weird because usually when we get that much money, it's like, all right, let's pay off a loan or pay off some towards a loan, and well, we don't have one. So yeah, I was actually thinking, loading up the sugar, maybe we should get ourselves the forage harvester this year. Actually, how much does the forage harvester cost? It's been a long time. We have been leasing actually the 9000 series, but I got the modded ones over here, which is, why is that one so cheap? What was the difference? Let's see what happens here. So I'd want the long pipe, 765 horsepower. That's more than enough to run the header. Wheel bearing, wheel setup. So where is... Shouldn't need the silage additive tank. Color... Why did I download this mod? I'm trying to remember why I downloaded this mod, and I cannot remember. Maybe it wasn't this one. Maybe it was... Okay, so that's more horsepower. A lot more horsepower, which we don't need that much horsepower. Everything else is pretty much the same, so it's just the horsepower? I mean, alright. So we could do green or... Ooh, we could do a black John Deere. That would be rather interesting. Alright, so basically the only thing I would need is the long pipe for 3,000, and that's 323, which I could almost afford. Yeah, probably go ahead and buy that for the sugarcane harvest, which is not for a while. And, oh, it finally happened. Block bind object. All right, let's go ahead and we will help them out. But first, before I do that, these bales over here, the silage bales that we are collecting in this field, we are going to sell. I don't think there are any bales down this corner. Just got to make sure that, you know, we're not in render range. So, yeah, currently there are no bales there. All right, all these bales should easily fit onto the trailer. I think this holds 24 for the round bales. So, yeah, we'll bring these down. We'll sell these, which will push us over what we need, actually, for the forage harvester. I won't buy it today, though. I got to look at... I can't remember why I downloaded the mod for. I really don't remember why. Other than it's a lot cheaper than the base game price. that could be one reason why I did it. The header is going to be... There's only one header I can buy because it's a modded header for the sugarcane. I would have thought I downloaded the mod because it allows me to put the Australian flag on it that we have for the truck and our John Deere combine, as you just saw. So yeah, I don't remember why I downloaded that mod, but either way. That makes it much more affordable. Yeah, buying more land would be, you know, not bad and nice, but I think having our own forage harvester would be a good idea for Hudson. That way he doesn't worry about actually leasing anything, and that way we do have all the equipment that the farm needs. Alright, actually, you know what? We're not that far from the main drag, so I think we'll go ahead and just take the main road down to sell these bales. Don't know how much straw is actually on here. I want to say the straw bales are 65,000 liters apiece, and we got 18 of them. Don't know how much straw is going for, but it's got to be like the worst time of year to be selling straw. But we got tons of straw already in storage. And I don't want to put it in storage just to sell it in, I almost said December, because that's where we are, but in the winter months. So let's go sell these straw bales, and then we'll start picking up the grass bales that are wrapped in our field that our worker is patiently waiting for us to move. Just a quick reminder and a heads up, tomorrow's episode of Mythical Woods should be a live stream. At least I plan to. Haven't been feeling the best myself for the last couple of days. A little bit of a back issue, so which causes me headaches once in a while. But I do plan currently to do a live stream, but if I tend to not feel the best, then maybe I'll push off. But anyways, yeah, live stream currently planned for tomorrow. And yeah, we do plan to buy the quarry and buy some of the production buildings that come with the map. Expand, take out a loan. Make some gold, make some bricks, possibly. And then that will fund us to be able to do some other things later on with more production buildings, like making asphalt and... can't remember what the other things are, but yeah. So, oh, you want to sell that too? Thank you. Alright, I didn't know if the animal dealership is the best place to be selling the straw bales, but for today it's good enough. It's kind of hard to see what I got for the bales, but let's see. What did I get? Like 30,000 for them? Because we were at what? Like, oh, were we at 315? Oh, wow. So I almost got like 50,000 for that. All right. So the worker is at the other end of the field, of course. So let's get up there and we'll grab that bale. Nice little system at the Big Crone M with the PTO shaft on the back, so it can do everything all by itself. And there's that bale causing the problem. So there's 6 bales. You're not blocked by an object anymore. Why are you so confused? I'm not too sure. Is there a hidden bale somewhere? I don't see. You're not... I mean, this bale shouldn't be the problem. Oh, it wanted to back up a little bit before it made the turn, so it was that bale. Okay. Alright, well, we'll pick up the rest of them, and really shouldn't be any more problems moving forward. Don't think there's any more bales. But I think last time we cut the grass field, if I remember, the grass field was in the first harvest stage, and I think we had 8 bales, correct? Let me know down in the comments below, but I think we just had 8 bales. Already we got 8 bales, and we got that much of a field left. Now, of course, we did have some 20,000 liters of straw in the baler when we started. But either way, you can see what going from the first harvest stage to the next harvest stage, how much more grass we're going to get. All right, we're just going to go ahead and park this, I think, over here for now. We'll let the worker continue to do its thing. Alright, I don't think there's anything else I need to be selling this month. Let's see, anything in the green. Cane juice, but that's on direct selling already, so we're just constantly bringing money in from that. So we are good there. Onions and green peppers, that's all being made for that production. Tableware, we're up to $171,000 worth if I sold it in June. And, oh, we do have soybeans. Got to keep our eye on the price of soybeans. So that is getting up there. So before I move on to the next month, got to keep our eye on that. Oh, wait a minute. That's what I wanted next. You may be saying, why do you want that next? Well, that's oilseed radish. That's grass. We finally took care of the concrete, or gravel, actually, that when I was putting in this shed, the cursor jumped around. And, yeah, we put some where I didn't want any. And I know it's been bothering me quite a bit, and a few of you quite a bit. So last time we went ahead and plowed up the concrete. I keep saying concrete because that's what it looks like, but I'm pretty sure it's actually gravel. That could be concrete. So concrete is gone. Let's go ahead and... Problem is going to get rid of a little bit of grass, but you know what? It's not going to be too bad. And it's going to be a little bit behind the rest of the field. But now it's taken care of. Just looks funny for until we get to January. Then it'll kind of blend in a little bit better. It'll be one stage behind the other grass, but when the grass is at full height, that grass that we just planted should be ready for harvest as well. And then it'll all equal out by the time the last gut comes and we start making hay with it. All right. My equipment is starting to get a little bit dirty. We do have a pressure washer, so I should be actually kind of cleaning it up. But we will eventually. Actually, I think the compost I will save for a job because, like I said, nothing is in dire need of compost. But I think we'll save that as a job for when we harvest. Like I said, I do believe that is a wheat field that we have. Yes, it is a wheat field. And that should be ready for harvest next month. That is oats. When do we harvest oats? Oats could be next month as well. And sorghum is not until February. And sugarcane is not until April. So those are the fields that we got left, right? So I said 4 fields. We got wheat, oats, sorghum. Wait, I said 4. Yeah, we got those 2. And this one's, wait, so I only got 3 harvests? I miscounted. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I just got 3 fields left. I think I may have thrown this one in here because I'm so used to having a crop in there, but no. Now that's grass. So we got wheat. No, I do got 4. Because I'm a moron. we got a wheat field here, sorghum field here, sugarcane, and oats. All right, so yeah, I was right. I got, boy. Maybe this is the time to end the episode because I can't even count up to 4. But anyways, yeah, we're going to let the worker continue on making the silage bales. Let's go on down there, see if I can get into the big Cronem eventually. So yeah, we're going to keep on cutting up the grass here. Wait, does this need... That will need some lime as well, so... Got a lot of lime spreading to do, it appears. But that can be getting done while we're doing some harvest this year. And, oh yeah, it'll need to be fertilized as well. But we can do all that kind of work when the harvest is going on. But yeah, I think with the money that we got, we'll probably buy the forage harvester and the header for that. And that way, we really don't have to lease any more equipment for the farm. And the farm's going to be good to go. But anyways, if you made this far in the video and you like what you saw, don't forget about hitting that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know you enjoy seeing the content you saw here today. And while you're down there, might want to hit that subscribe notification bell if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that will wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.